So this channel update is basically saying thank you to everybody for subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate anybody and everybody who's done that. And so far it's 2,000, it's 205 of you, which is great. And also, as well, which is quite staggering to me as well, my view count is well over 10,000 views, which is something I didn't really notice until recently about how many that it was getting to, which is another great thing as well. You might have 205 subscribers with like no views, but in this circumstance, it's great to know that there's some people might be coming back time and time again, which is, like I say, it's what it's all about at the end of the day, just sharing a love for music and movies as well with like-minded people. So that's great. So the first thing I'd like to do is I'd like to give a few quick shout outs, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to say that these people have probably been given shout outs before, and probably most of you will know them, but in my view on my channel, what I do, these people do this stuff much better than me. So I would say if you want to get these type of things, you need to look at these people's channels, because they can do things or receive things which are quite like top tier. Okay, so the first one I give a shout out to is, I've wrote it all down here so I don't forget, but if I haven't given you a shout out, it's not because I forgot or I didn't remember anything like that. Well, it will, because I didn't remember, but I've wrote these down very quickly. As you can see, a little bit of a scribble on there, and this is just really for the people that I know about now, and obviously there's be people that have just subscribed, so I have not really went to the channels too much, but I will go to the channels and I'll give you shout outs. In my forthcoming videos, I plan to give more shout outs, maybe a couple every video, so everybody gets a shout out, because I love it when I get one, and I've had quite a few recently, and I think that's a great thing to share, to have these shout outs, so people know that you're getting to your audience, if that makes sense. So the first one, anyway, enough of my waffling. I thought I was going to make it short, but there you go. So the first one I'd like to give a shout out to, this is in no particular order actually, is Tony from HorrorHands. Now Tony is a great fellow who has the best, he seems to get the best special editions. I mean, like box sets and things like Arrow, the special editions. Tony always seems to get himself them. So usually when Tony's got something, and he does get stuff that I've never seen before, and I'm quite surprised at some of the stuff he's got. So for me, Tony and HorrorHands, he gets some really good titles. You probably know him already, but I'll leave links down to all these people in the description down below, so you can go and visit them. And when you go to their channels, you know exactly what I mean, that these people will suffice your needs when it comes to somebody who gets the latest really big like Arrow, for instance, and other things. He gets some great stuff. So I urge you to visit all these channels, and especially all the ones I'm going to talk about today. Next, I would say, is MovieWorm. Now, I've been quite a good friend with MovieWorm from the time I started. Now, MovieWorm's been great to me. He's given me loads of shout outs and all that, as all of these people have. And so the reason why I watch MovieWorm, because I really enjoy his content, but also what I do get from him is I get the latest movie news. Now, I myself don't really look at this type of thing. I'm interested in it, and I'm quite surprised at some of the things you can pull out of the bag and say, this is coming, and I have no idea of them things. So that's another thing when you come to my channel. You might not get them sort of things, but you'll be getting them from the likes of MovieWorm, especially for this latest movie reviews, news. He does one every week, so you'll be up to date with him, and his videos are very entertaining as well. I do urge you to subscribe to Jordan at MovieWorm. And also for things that you get that are very collectible box sets, things from like even yesteryear that you might have even seen or heard about. There's a few things that I've seen on his channel that I've heard about, and I think maybe I've seen, but I've never seen in the flesh. And he pulls them out of the closet, not the closet, but they're sort of off the vaults, and he will show them to people. And I do like this fella's stuff really. I'm gonna cut this bit out. So that's going to be the next shout out, is going to be for Euphoria Pictures. Now, Keith at Euphoria Pictures, he gets a lot of I can say some really good, like collectible, very expensive collectible stuff, ones that you probably never, a bit like Tony from HorrorHands. You get stuff that you've never heard of before, or versions of things you've never heard of before, but his videos are very entertaining. And at the moment, he's putting out the stuff that he's got, and he's also putting some from his collection on the end of the video, so you can get stuff. And some of the things is mind blowing to me, and these are things that I don't particularly have myself. So this is why I'm urging you to visit these people's channels as a way of a shout out. And also HorrorHands, Bryn, I got a right good time with his channel. He's great for pulling out some. He's got a vast collection, and he's got an eye for the sort of the sort of really out of print and movies that you just pass you by, and a lot of them that you put. I know a lot of movies, but when Bryn gets into his videos, he'll pull out a top 10 of some obscure films, and you think, well, 9 of them I haven't even heard of. So if you want to know a bit about, look at some stuff from a very obscure sort of collection in a fashion, I urge you to go and see Bryn at HorrorHands. So that's Tony, HorrorHands, Jordan at MovieVault, Keith at Euphoria Pictures, and Bryn at HorrorHands. I thoroughly recommend all of those channels, and you will get something out of them different from each one. And I think in most of the channels that I'm going to talk about today, you always get something a little bit different, which is what I like. And so that's the sort of shout outs for the people that you probably all know about, but these are people I like to, they've done a lot for me, so I'd like to do some for them. But I'll urge you to visit them if you're a fan of them particular type of videos and you want to see more in that. Maybe you're just a new starter and you haven't had the pleasure of dipping into their material, so those ones highly recommended. So next I'm going to give out some shout outs to like other channels. And the first one that I want to give out is a channel called Lonely Tree Entertainment. Now that's run by a fellow called Steve. Now, funny enough, I've spoken to Steve quite a few times because he works in a not local to me, but he does work in an HMV. And I visited that the other day, and I was lucky enough to bump into him. We had a good chat, much to my wife's dismay when I exited out of the shop 45 minutes later, and she said, I thought you went home. I said, well, no, we've had things to talk about, had a lot of things to catch up on, because he's an interesting guy, and his channel is a great channel. He's got a lot of mixed content on there, and he's telling us a few things about what he plans to do in the future and what he's going to do with he's got a new house. He's going to do certain few things to it. Well, obviously he's going to make a movie room, because his movie room is quite unique as well. So he was telling me about things that he's going to do in his house, and to do. I'm not going to give anything away, but I can't wait to see if this thing happens that he says is going to happen to his house. I cannot wait to see the video for it. And if it ever happens, and I'm sure it will, I'll post something in my channel. But I urge you to go on there to see Steve at Lonely Tree Entertainment. Great channel, highly recommended, and he's a local lad. So there you go. So the next one I want to give a shout out to is Alan Scouser. Now, Alan is a relatively new to me channel. A few of these channels are just ones that have popped up on my recommendations. Another thing I want to talk about is when I subscribe to a channel, I've got 2 channels. In fact, I've got a couple, but I've got one that's like my personal channel, which is John Perry. And I've watched videos on there for a long time. I subscribe to a load of people, and that's the one that I've got my TV linked to. That's the only one that I've got. So what I do is when I subscribe to somebody, don't be surprised if you get one from Mondo Chelovec Movies, because I want to get it into my phone, because I do everything on my phone there. And don't be surprised if you get one from John Perry as well, because that's me just watching on my telly. I haven't got them both linked to Mondo Chelovec Movies because I don't want to turn the John Perry bit off and then lose it and not be able to get back on, because I'm pretty sure I don't really know what me login details are. I can't find them, as everyone gets this when you put these login details and they just vanish. But anyway, not to tempt fate, that's going to be the John Perry thing over there, and Mondo Chelovec Movies is on my phone. So you'll get 2 subs off me if you get a sub off us. That's just me putting you in the picture. So yes, so the next one I want to give a shout out to is, I was giving a shout out to Alan Scouser, and that's one of the reasons I was talking about that, was because when I'm on my recommendations on my TV, they will throw up these people, and I'll come, and they're probably friends of friends, and it'll come and I'll start watching them, and I think that's a great channel. So I subscribe on my John Perry one, then I subscribe Mondo Chalavec Movies. Probably talk on my phone on the Mondo Chalavec Movies one, and probably watch on the John Perry one. So sometimes I might be watching all of your videos, but I might not comment if I don't have my phone with us to swap over on my phone. Do you know what I mean? It's getting a little bit mind bending, but that's what I do. So you'll know that I'm watching sometimes, even if I don't appear to be, if that makes any sense. So yes, so getting back to Alan Scouser, I was recommended him by my TV, and he's got a great setup, and he's got a great love for Hammer horror films, which that's one of my my loves as well. I've loved them for many years, and I've done some videos on them on my channel as well. And I think that's maybe how we got together. So he gave me a great shout out the other night, and I really appreciate him for doing that. And also after he did that, the subs jump up as well, which is great. And it's just a thing that you can share this. Hopefully he will get some subs from me, and it all spreads around, and everybody that I've subbed to recently will hopefully get subs from me in the future. Well, obviously subs off me, giving a shout out in the future, which I plan to do. I just need to write a few more of these names down. But this is just a group at the moment that I feel is a long overdue shout out from me. So Alan Scouser, I urge you to go and see him. He's got a large collection of like indicator titles. He's got some really good special editions. He's also got a lot of like TV box sets, which I enjoy, things from the 70s. He's a big fan of 70s movies as well. Well, I am as well, so that's great. So Alan Scouser, and like I say, all the links are down below in my description. Okay, so the next one is going to be Horror Abel Show, and that's Trey and his dog Kiki. And I was watching this, another thing where I was watching Lauren's Collection, which is a great channel, Lauren's Collection. I'll link that down below, but I'm sure you know Lauren. So Lauren's Collection put a thing on to say, go and check out this channel. So I went and got this channel, Horror Abel Show, and it was really good, dead entertaining. The Trey on there does know how to sort of put a spin on stuff, and you get something different from Trey, which is what I like. And you can see your generic whatevers, but these channels are all individual, and I think it's good to be individual, and it's good to have your own setup. It's good to have your own mindset going into these things. Don't try and copy, because I don't think it gets you anywhere. But Trey and his dog Kiki, because she or he, I'm not too sure. Oh, sorry about that if I've upset Kiki. I think he's a she, is it or not? I think it's a she, but I'm getting into this, but I shouldn't. Anyway, so I'm gonna. So yes, so Horror Abel Show, he does. He's going to do some music stuff on there, which I'm very interested in hearing about. That's going to be quite right up my alley. So, and he gave me a great shout out this morning actually, and then you get some more subs from there. So it's brilliant actually, the fact that you can just help on these channels by people investigating your channel from another shout out from another channel, and it just spreads around, and hopefully we can all get subs, and we can all get bigger, and well, not so much get bigger, reach the same minded people, audiences. That'll do for me. That's a big goal of mine. As long as like-minded people like my channel, I'm happy with that. So the next one is a great fellow called Carlinio 9, and he's another one that you probably know all about. He's Carl, and he's got a great channel, and he's been very talkative to me, very friendly with me, and he's got a great setup, and he's very family orientated, which is great. And he's got a great family, and he does things where he goes out on road trips as well. He's been doing a couple of road trips, very good entertaining videos, and he does a lot of pickups, and he does a lot of weekly sort of what I got at the weekend, collection updates, which I really appreciate, and I like his. I think his videos are very entertaining, very friendly as well. Another one is Art in Horror. Now Art is great, Art with Horror. He's great, and I have lots of chats with him. He's always speaking on my channel, which is something that really is great, just to have this chit chat as well. It's like you can comment on someone's video, but you can have a sort of interaction with somebody. You can always strike up a friendship with somebody, which is another great thing to have for me. So that's art with horror. The next couple here are kind of interlinked in a way. It's Rob at MovieVault. Now, MovieVault is a good channel I've been watching for quite a while now, and he gets he's got a lot of collectible vinyl as well, which I'm quite interested in looking at. I used to collect vinyl a lot, but I don't really do it anymore. It's cost, and I don't really get the chance to listen to it. I do prefer to just use the stuff on CD and stuff like that, but I do appreciate everything I see of his collection. He's got a great collection as well, but he's also just got a 16mm projection, which he's starting to sort of trying to blow the cobwebs off it and get it set up and get it running, and he's going to talk more about that on future videos, which I find really interesting. And if you find that sort of thing interesting, I urge you to go and have a look at the MovieVault, and that's Rob. And that leads me into the last one I'm going to talk about today, is the movie collector. And if I haven't talked about it in your channels, don't worry, I will get around to you eventually, I promise. The movie collector, John from Movie Collector, I've spoken to him quite a few times on the telephone. We've had some good conversations, and we are in the sort of we're going to get some videos done comparing Blu-ray and 4K. Are they what they're cracked up to be? Are the 4Ks worth it? Is the 2K better than the 4K? Because sometimes they are, believe it or not. And that's going to be a very interesting couple of videos or series. And he's also got a lot of knowledge about projectors and films. He's got a great setup in his house. He's got this sort of home theatre in his house, which is something to behold. And I urge you to see all of these people, which I'm going to link down below. And I think that with their help, watching and getting some tips and advice off them, or even just actual conversation with them, I think it's got me to a place where if you're just starting out, get into these people and you'll sort of progress and flourish. I really think that that's something that would happen to you if you're thinking, how can I get more subscribers, or just more sort of what's it called, presence online, if that's a thing. Okay, so right here, this is my quick update. So I'm 18 minutes into it and I haven't told you what I'm going to do yet. Anyway, I'm going to go through this very quickly. So what I plan to do is, at the moment, I've got things lined up. I've been talking about this a few times. I'm going to do this big video on The Elephant Man, which is one of my favorite films. And I want to do a whole backstory on The Elephant Man video, The Elephant Man, the real person. I would just want to do a big video on that one. But I plan to do that when I can edit better, because I want to edit loads of stuff into it. But I want it to be, it's a bit of a passion project for me. So The Elephant Man's coming. Well, I'll have to do a lot of work behind that one, but I want to really put it out and hopefully get people who are very much into the story of The Elephant Man to come to this video. I really want to make it a good video rather than just one that was kind of, well, it was all right. Because I'm going to do it one chance, one shot. That's coming, but that's way down the line actually. Also, I've got Hammer. There's more Hammer videos to come. I believe I can get part 4 because I'm buying some Hammer stuff at the minute. So that will probably go into the part 4. There's probably a little few struggling titles around in my collection, which I need to put into my like video, so I can get a Hammer part 4 on the go. And also, I'll finish off my Arrow video collections. I did another one. I did one of them the other day, but it didn't work out too good. And I had to delete some stuff off my computer anyway, because I had too much in my memory. So it was starting to go wrong. So I got rid of that one, but it wasn't that great anyway. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish them off. Might have another 2 Arrow videos to do. And also me action comics as well, which I love. And I get a lot of positive feedback on that one. I want to do some more of them, obviously, because I haven't finished that series off yet. But I think there could be another 3 action comic videos there, but that's it's going to come, but it's just a bit down the line. And also I'm going to talk at length when I can do a little bit better editing. I'm going to talk about my shelves upstairs and how I made them, how you can make them if you want to make them, how you can sort of copy the process if you wanted to, and you might be able to. These shelves, I've got them fitted onto a whole wall, but these shelves will fit anywhere, any size, and any kind of nook and cranny that you want, and you can adapt them and you can make them exactly the right size you want for your Blu-rays or DVDs or 4Ks. Well, 4Ks are the same as Blu-rays on there. So size-wise, you can, and maybe even box sets as well. So you can really get these shelves to be anything that you want them to be. So I'm going to have to go into a bit more detail with that one. I haven't got any video of when I made the shelves, but I have got a lot of photographs of when I did that. So I might have to work out a way to integrate that into that, because I don't know how to do that yet. There's a lot of things I don't know how to do. So that's coming up in the future. So the shelves is going to be a big one. I'm going to do some good videos on there. Also, I'm going to go through all of my videos, shelf by shelf. I'm probably not going to take them out, but I'm going to do probably go like that with my phone and then put it onto these videos and integrate them in. So that's something that I've got going on for me. I do want to do some going out and abouts, although I don't know how to fully do that yet. And I do want to do obviously stuff with my Mondo Celovec music, my band. I want to put some videos in here, how I would like literally think of a song, and then you would see the process of me thinking about it, putting it on a guitar, putting the guitar onto the studio, making out how to get a bass line in that, doing some drums. Maybe I might do 2 drum tracks. It's just all up in the air. Keyboards. I wouldn't personally do any singing, but I will have a singer that could sing on them. That's not a problem. So yes, so that's all to come. Thanks very much for watching this video. I do appreciate it, and also I appreciate all my subs that I've just had, and it's taken me over that 200 milestone, which is mind-blowing to me. And I hope that I haven't took up too much of your time today doing this, but I did say I wasn't going to waffle very long, but look what's happened. I've done exactly that. So yeah, I'll leave it there, and I will see you on the next video, which might be, if I can do it the way it's going to be. I'm going to plan next week a bit. I plan to make 3 videos a week, probably, but maybe I might not, but it'd be 2 at least. Probably not on the weekends. I know I'm doing some on the weekends this weekend, but it was a bit of a oh, I nearly forgot. You probably come here thinking you wanted an unboxing. Well, you're right, I have got the stuff for unboxing, so I'm going to have to make you wait on this channel a little bit longer, if you don't mind. So actually I was in Newcastle today, and I did go to CX and pick up a title, and it was The Thick of It Series 4 for 50p. And it's just a double DVD. I do like the thick of it all, and I didn't have Series 4. So for 50p, even though the disc could be leaves a lot to be desired, then what can I say? It is what it is. So yes, so good old Amazon, they always seem to deliver. You literally press the button and somebody's knocking on the door with your package that you ordered, which is unbelievable. If anybody saw my post on Instagram today about what lengths I go to make sure that this doesn't drop on its side and break, well, you'll know what I'm talking about. I urge you to follow me on Instagram. I am Warren Peace 666. So take a look at that if you want to. So yes, so let's get into this. So I ordered this the other day, and it was listed as $24.99. I thought, that's all right, I'll get one of them. So my wife said, I've got a couple of things that I want, so I'll have a look at them, and then we'll go back and we'll get them. So just hang on with your order. So I said, all right. So I went back on the thing, and I put my thing in, it went up a bit. It went up to £31.04. Now but that gave me the impression that maybe this title is going slowly out of print. And when it goes out of print, £31.04 will not be a big price to pay for something when you have to go into the £50-60 mark. So anyway, so hopefully with no damaged corners, I did get today the latest Buster Keaton Blu-ray from Eureka. Now I'm just going to feel these corners, and yes, it's paid off. This here is the 3rd part in the does it say here in collection 3? I don't know if it does, but there's another, well, 3 of these, and there's also a big box set as well of these Buster Keaton. I've got the whole lot on these collectible sets, and it's absolutely amazing, as the other ones are. And I'm glad that I got this, because I couldn't bear the thought of getting all of them and getting this one in different setup. It would have really bummed me out. So that's another 3. I don't know if there's going to be any more of these, because I think he's done quite a lot of films, a lot more than I thought he had. But this is the latest in this set from Eureka. Now these ones are great. I'm gonna leave the video there. I'm not gonna unbox it, but it'll be, you've got your Blu-rays there, you've got a lovely booklet, and you've got probably a host of special features as well, which is what the sets are really good for, and they look great on the shelf, the 3 of them, or 4 of them now. Okay, so there you go. I nearly forgot that. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. So you take care, and thanks once again for my 200 plus subscribers. It really means a lot. So take care, and I'll see you next time.